this ever happened to you that you started reading a book, but after reading 20-30 pages, you're like, oh my god, when does this book end? If so, then welcome to my channel. I am Heli and I talk a lot about books on my channel, so make sure that you hit that subscribe button if you're interested in reading, improving your life, and seeing my content. Now, if you're interested in reading good books that are under 100 pages, you will get some really good recommendations in today's video. Quick note, I am going to focus on the fiction category in today's video. If you want me to make a video on non-fiction books that are under 100 pages, let me know. Now, the first couple of books that I'm going to recommend are from this category of books called noir books. This is sort of like crime, mystery, and the type of characters are very similar. Now, there's usually an amazing, thrilling woman who makes you want to kill people. Yeah, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about Phyllis, who was the wife of a guy in this book. The guy isn't really that important. The guy who's important in this is an insurance agent. The insurance agent comes to this house to sell insurance policy to Phyllis's husband, but he gets smitten by Phyllis and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna make double profits. I'm gonna sell him the insurance policy and I'm actually going to kill him and I'm gonna take his wife, and basically he's gonna have the money as well as the wife. So yeah, amazing plan, but obviously things don't go as per plans, and to know what happens you need to read this book. I feel like this is one of those few books that I was exposed to after I watched the movie, and this movie is so amazing. As far as I remember, the actress's name was Barbara and she was absolutely stunning in the movie. The next book that I'll recommend is Postman Always Rings Twice. The theme of adultery is similar. A man who's coming to a place, it's a diner in this situation. He's meeting the wife who's really amazing. The husband isn't that great, and this is like similar plan, okay? Again, things go really wrong. I really love reading the noir genre because I don't know, I sometimes I feel like I'm a psychopath. Let me know if you can relate, and let me know if you ever thought that you'll ever hear that from my mouth. Now, the next book that I want to recommend is Ruskin Bond's books, and particularly I want to recommend this book called Love is a Sad Song, and there's a story inside this one which is under 100 pages, and it's called Time Stops at Shumley. So Love is a Sad Song is kind of like a prequel to Time Stops at Shumley. It deals with the story of the author falling in love with this young girl called Sushila, who's like a friend's cousin or friend's niece. And what happens is that their love story is pretty poignant. I actually love reading Ruskin Bond's writing style. It's so beautiful. But the problem is that Sushila is 16 and the author is 30. In the first story, that is Love is a Sad Song. So whenever I'm reading beautiful lines of romance and the desire, and it makes me feel nice, and then I remember that she's 14 years younger to him, or even more than that, and I feel kind of disturbed, okay? I love Ruskin Bond, okay? I don't have any problem with him. I love reading what he writes. But whenever I think of this age difference, it really makes me very uncomfortable. And I don't see a lot of people talking about it. But when I particularly talked to a few of my subscribers while we were reading in my book club, we were reading Ruskin Bond books. And I guess a lot of them actually had those similar feelings that it seems a little bit problematic. However, like Ruskin Bond's writing style is totally beautiful. I will read you a few lines from Time Stops at Shumley, which is like one of my favorites by Ruskin Bond. And the line is, by the way, skip this if you don't want a spoiler. So skip to this point if you don't want a spoiler. Now, somehow I was not disappointed. I had never really expected her to come. Unattainable, Sushila would always be more bewitching and beautiful than if she were mine. It talks about how not acquiring someone he loved makes her more amazing to him, makes her more tantalizing, more bewitching to the writer. The next thing that I want to talk about, by the way, is something like this. Yeah. I will get there, she said. I will get there before you. But if I'm not there, then do not wait. Do not come back for me. Go on your way. It will mean I do not want to come, or I'll be there. It really talks about how if someone wants to be with you, they'll be there. And if they are not there, they're probably not intent on being with you. I think it's a big life lesson that I got from this particular line. So yeah, definitely recommend Ruskin Bond's novellas if you're interested in short books. The next is like a psychological thriller, The Grown Up. This is by Gillian Flynn. This is very thin. This is just like about 70-80 pages. And the twists in this book, like my oh my, there are at least 3 twists in this book, and I love how it ends. It's one of those sickest books that I've ever read within the like thinnest number of pages, and I highly recommend it for you guys who are fond of reading psychological thrillers which will blow your mind. Like you'll feel like literally someone shot your head. This book has some adult content, so I don't recommend it for anyone who's under 15 or 16 or anyone who does not have emotional maturity. The next book that I'll recommend is The Broken Wings by Khalil Gibran. Khalil Gibran has written some beautiful poetic books, and The Broken Wings is one of them. I'll read out some lines from Broken Wings because it's just so beautiful. Solitude has soft, silky hands, but with strong fingers, it grasps the heart and makes it ache with sorrow. And God said, "Love your enemy." And I obeyed him and loved myself. I feel like this is such a beautiful line. Okay, you've never thought about yourself as your own enemy. We always keep saying your own best friend, but this is like a very different kind of approach. Like when you read Khalil Gibran books, you will have a very different kind of approach towards things that you probably had a very one-dimensional attitude towards. The next book that I'll recommend is one of my favorite books ever, and it's called The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I have recommended this book so many times on my channel, but it doesn't stop me because I absolutely love it. It's such a beautiful book. It has this personality called Dr. Jekyll, and there's a dark side to his character which is called Mr. Hyde, and it really talks about split personality and the existence of yin and yang in a single person really well. Like that's how I perceive it. There are so many ways to perceive this book, which is what I think is so beautiful. Like a good book should have like multiple interpretations, and no two readers read the same book. So if you're reading Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, the Dr. Jekyll you're meeting is going to be very different from the Dr. Jekyll that I have met. But I assure you, you're going to enjoy the book that you read. The next book that I'm going to recommend is probably going to be a little underwhelming, but it's actually a play. I'll recommend 2 plays, by the way. So the first one is Lady Windermere's Fan, which is less overwhelming, but it's by Oscar Wilde, one of my favorite writers ever. And Oscar Wilde has written more books that are actually under 100 pages. For example, The Canterville Ghost, if you're interested in some fun ghost book. But this one, Lady Windermere's Fan, is one of the very first plays that I'd ever read. And it's about Lady Windermere, obviously, who is suspecting that her husband has an affair. And he denies the affair, of course, but there's this party where he invites another woman. And when Lady Windermere is obviously more convinced that he has an affair. But does he not? Who's this strange woman that he has invited? That is this book about. Honestly, it's very underwhelming, but I felt like it's worth a mention because I love Oscar Wilde. If you really want to experience the beauty of Oscar Wilde, you have to read The Picture of Dorian Gray, one of my favorite books, and I felt like naming my rabbit Dorian after reading it. Probably not the best way to name an innocent creature like my Poochu, which is actually the real name of my rabbit. But yeah, I really like the name Dorian. Yeah. Totally deviating from the topic here. And the next play that I'll recommend is Waiting for Godot. This is such a strange kind of play. I don't even want to talk about it because that will be a disrespect to the play. By the way, if you're enjoying the video, make sure that you take a screenshot and tag me on Instagram. I'll be giving a shout out to one of you guys in the next video. The next book that I'll recommend is another underwhelming book, but it was still better than Lady Windermere's Fan, to be honest. Now, this is Revenge of the Non-Vegetarian by Upamanyu Chatterjee. The only reason I read this book was because I was very intrigued to read what Upamanyu Chatterjee writes about. He has a very popular book called English August, and I was super intrigued. I had a lot of expectations from this book, which were not really met. I still would say that this book is a good book, but I won't really recommend it to a beginner. Now, I hope that this video has been helpful to you. If you want to pick up books that are under 100 pages, make sure that you check out my video on books under 200 pages. If you want to know more of short books, easy reads. And I hope that you will be picking up some of the books that I have talked about today. It was super fun to make this video. I feel like I talked about a lot of books that I've probably never featured on my channel before. What happens is that since I've been talking about books a lot on my channel for a long time, I keep running out of book recommendations, and I don't want to recommend the same book again and again. So you guys, I have a small request. If you have any books that you want to know about, any books that you want to recommend me, make sure that you text me on Instagram. My Instagram is @thehellyblog. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll be back with another video next week. Until my next video, bye bye.